10 Coronation Street spoilers, amputation horror, shock attack, homeless ordeal. Coronation Street is set to air some emotional scenes as family members are moved to despair by the medical situations of people they love. Kevin Webster is a father in distress as he is forced to give permission for his boy Jack's foot to be amputated, while Kayla Clifton is horrified when her dad Neil is attacked, and ups her revenge plan against Craig Tinker and Bethany Platt. Someone else is in a dire situation that's only going to get worse, but no one else seems aware of a proud Sean Tully's plight as he is forced to sleep rough in a stolen tent. And elsewhere, a new nightmare kicks off for Sally Metcalfe when she is conned out of £40,000 by charming newcomer Duncan. Monday, 9th July, Part 1. After examining Jack's foot, doctors tell Kevin that his son has ischemia and that it will spread if they don't amputate his foot. As Kevin is faced with a devastating decision, he is also angry with Sophie for wanting to sue the NHS, and she apologizes to Anna for her outburst. Liz offers Sean her sofa, but his loyalty to her is forgotten when Toy offers him her old shifts at the Rovers. Meanwhile, Fizz points out that he still owes her 2 weeks of rent. Sarah struggles to raise cash to pay off Ryan, and Duncan puts pressure on Sally not to hand over the charity grant matter to a colleague. Bethany suggests a double date with Ryan, Craig and Kayla, while Kayla heads to visit Neil in prison, and Tracy asks Maria for a hair appointment after admiring Angie's new style. Monday, 9th July, Part 2. Kayla fails to show up for the double date, claiming to be ill. When a worried Craig goes to look for her, he is shocked to find her driving away after leaving her job, and she tells him that it's over. Meanwhile, Sophie overhears Kevin telling Gina that he wishes he never left Jack in her care. Liz is furious to learn that Sean has taken her shifts at the Rovers and tells him he can no longer use her sofa, so he is forced to steal a tent. Tim warns Sally off of trusting Duncan, but when he tells her his wife's story, she makes a decision about the charity grant. Tracy encourages Maria to keep doing appointments from her flat. Wednesday, 11th July, Part 1. Fizz wonders where Sean is living now after learning that Liz has thrown him out, and a frightened and cold Sean wakes up inside a tent after sleeping rough in a car park. David asks Billy if Summer can help Max with his homework, and Audrey is suspicious of Maria when regular clients cancel their appointments. Kayla visits Neil after he is beaten up in prison, and word reaches Bethany and Craig that Neil has lost his appeal. Bethany comforts Craig over being dumped, but when Kayla then turns up and says she wants to be his girlfriend, he is stunned. Kevin is forced to tell Jack that his foot has been amputated, while Sophie confides in Kate that her dad blames her for what has happened. Alia is fuming to realize that they have made far too much for the Bradshaw order, and Kirk disapproves of Beth's part in it. Wednesday, 11th July, Part 2. Kayla assures Craig that she loves him and she was just worried about the depth of her feelings for him, and he agrees to take her back, forcing Bethany to hide her hurt. As they head back to the flat, things soon heat up between Kayla and Craig. Peter clocks Sally accusing Carla of having a hand in the sabotaged order, and later, Carla sees an opportunity after opening up to Peter about what is going on. Sally refuses to be blackmailed by Ryan and tells him to do his worst. Duncan arrives with flowers for Sally as she tells him that his fund request has gone through, while Audrey is on to Maria as she is run off her feet with new clients. Michelle persuades Ryan that she wants him to stay in Weatherfield. Friday, 13th July, Part 1. Carla uses Peter's feelings for her advantage and flirts with him, adding that it would be useful to have some evidence that Susie would be better off with Johnny. Meanwhile, after Duncan asks Sally to fast-track some of the money, Tim is suspicious and he and Steve head to confront him, only to find his office cleared out. Kayla steals Craig's flat keys and heads out on a mission, while Maria has an offer for Emma, and Henry approaches Gemma, asking if they can talk. Friday, 13th July, Part 2. Sally is horrified to learn that £40,000 has gone missing, and the council's head of finance arrives and tells her that they have no option but to involve the police. Tim defends Sally and points out that the council are to blame too, but could Sally lose everything? Peter makes Johnny's day when he shows him Susie's birth certificate while Toya confides in Roy that she thinks Peter and Carlo are getting back together. Kevin breaks down when he sees Jack's football boots. Audrey cuts her prices to rival Maria and Kathy tells Chesney she will help him win Gemma's heart.